Hey guys, good morning. It's me, Davey Z. Out here on a nice, cold, brisk day in Alden, New York. Oh, well, boy, did I have lousy luck today. I took my four-wheeler over to help my brother-in-law. I'll show you where he lives. Right over there where that red dump truck is. Right about in there where that red oak fence is with the orange strap on it. I was trying to plow out for him so he could get to his plow that's buried in his garage. He can't get to it because his truck is dead and he can't get in the garage. And I get out there, my four-wheel drive, and my four-wheeler brakes, stops working. Now I'm talking to that. I'm gonna get a person to take a look at it and see what they can do. I mean, it runs great. It just, I lost four-wheel drive on it, and you can't really plow without four-wheel drive. I mean, I have a pretty lengthy driveway and a parking lot to boot with it, and we have tenants and we've got a lot of cars here, like 6 cars all the time. So I got to keep this lot clean, and I ain't doing it by hand. Ain't my style. Thank you very much. So other than that, it's a good day, guys. I'm looking forward to the holidays. I got so many grandkids now that it's going to be a blast, you know. Man, I put on some weight again, didn't I, guys? I was getting pretty thin there for a while when I was on that diet. And everybody started asking me, Davey, are you okay? You all right? You look like you're sick. What, do you got pancreatic cancer or something? I'm like, no, I'm dieting. I was fat. But I'm still pushing 185, so that's good for me. Can't get any heavier than that. Ooh, cold breeze. Sorry about the camera. I don't know why it looks so foggy. Maybe it's the wind blowing. But yeah, so I had to take the old red over there and hook up this yellow tie-down strap as a tow rope and yanked it right out of there. And now I pulled my John Deere, my Deerfly Junior Flyer. Trailer out. It's finally out in the elements. Gotta let it get used to the elements if I'm gonna be using it. Man, that thing is fucking sweet, eh? Jerry, thanks for the compliment, Jerry Delia. Yeah, I put about, I don't know, maybe, let me see, maybe 5 hours into this with all the cleaning up and the sanding and the painting and putting the wiring in. The only thing I got left to do is undercoat it, which I started on it. Most of it's done, but I gotta finish it. I know I shouldn't have it out in the elements without undercoat, but nice things for towing. And I know they're for, they're definitely not for towing, but when you live like I do, you don't give a shit. You do what you gotta do. See, now I get in here and it's warm. I should fire up the wood stove. So yeah, guys, trailer's good. I'm really pissed about this four-wheeler though. I mean, I just got it. I don't know if you remember the video over the summer in August we got it. When we moved back in our home here in Alden. So I've only had it for, what, 5-6 months? And the four-wheel drive goes on it. I mean, it just made like a spinning sound and then just shit the bed. No more four-wheel drive. You know, the two-wheel drive works fine. I can still ride it and drive it, but I can't plow. Because in this driveway, you got to have four-wheel drive to plow it with a four-wheeler. So I'm fucked in that area. So I got to get on the horse and get this thing fixed today somehow, hopefully. Otherwise, I know my wife, man, Sean will have me out there with a shovel, with a whip. Get her done, Davey Z! So how's the weather in your area? Jerry, I see you get a lot of snow early up there in Canada, eh? There's that Canadian thing again, buddy. I noticed that, like, early October, you were flying above the snow, and into November pretty heavily. So when does it start snowing there? Normally, is that normal for you guys, Jerry? To have snow hitting you in October? I mean, we had an October storm once, back in '06, where all the trees hadn't fallen off all the leaves hadn't fallen off all the trees yet. And I don't know, we got like 2 feet of snow, And what had happened was all the trees collected the snow on top, and the branches were breaking. It was almost like you could almost hear the trees crying, man. It was just so weird. You hear like a, and then the tree would break. And the branches, I mean, I don't know how many trees were destroyed. Hundreds of thousands in the city of Buffalo that got replanted because of the loss that we suffered from it. But anyhow, guys, yeah, it's freezing here. It's like, I don't know, 25 degrees. I don't know, what's that in Canada, like 100 below? You know, I don't get the metric system. I don't know if anybody else does, but I don't. I don't understand. You know, I know basically like a 2 liter and shit like that, but I don't get kilograms and meters and millimeters. And, you know, I'm a pounds, ounces, and a half pound and, you know, feet, inches kind of guy. I know I shouldn't be smoking. You know what, you guys? This is my 3rd cigarette in 4 days, so I'm all right with it. Quit your bitching. Mind your own business, fuckers. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, guys, it's good. Holidays are coming. I'm going down to North Carolina, like I said, in January to grab my flyer. I'm really looking forward to that. But man, I'm fucking pissed about this 4-wheeler. Anybody got any idea what it could be? I mean, I know it's the 4-wheel drive, but I don't know how to attack it. I guess I should YouTube it and see if anybody else had the problem. I'm sure somebody did. Anyways, guys, I got some new subscribers, and I apologize. I don't know your names. I'm still learning this YouTube internet shit because, I mean, not the internet as much as YouTube, but, you know, how to work the program. I mean, like, figuring out I see I got a new subscriber and they say their name and then I go to click on it and it disappears. So I guess in the future I should mark it down, but I'm going to give shout out to every new subscriber. So new subscriber, shout out to you. Definitely a shout out to Jerry Delia, my buddy up there in Canada. He watches all the videos. I appreciate you a lot, Jerry. And my cousin Jen. Oh, I got a big shout out, guys. How about a shout out to my 2 little beautiful granddaughters, Anna and Madison. Oh my God. Anna and Madison Dobrist. They are, oh God, I love them so much. Anna has her own YouTube channel, and Madison uses her dad's channel, my son Matt. So if you want to see their videos, you can go to Anna C, or Anna Zobrist, stupid thing, Anna Zobrist, or you can go to Matthew Zobrist and see Madison's videos. They do things like teaching things and showing how they make things and, you know, crafts and coloring, and it's really cool and it's cute. They're beautiful girls, and boy, can they dance. They are good dancers, let me tell you. Right, ladies? And I got other grandkids. How about a shout out to my son Matt too? Matthew watches my channel religiously. I love you, son. Thanks for supporting the old man's channel. And my daughter Missy. I'd be wrong if I didn't give her a shout out. And a shout out to my son Jim, and a big shout out to my son Dave, who is helping me immensely with a project that I needed help with. And this boy stepped right up to the plate and said, Dad, I got your back, and it's working, and we'll see where it goes from there. I can't talk about it until it's over, but yeah, you know what I mean, Deej. Thank you. I love you for that, son. I love you anyways, but I love you even more for that. And a big shout out to my beautiful bride, Sean, my soulmate, my love of my life. And of course, I got to give a shout out to my ex-wife, Annette, who is a dear friend of mine still. And she's actually good friends with my wife, Sean. In the beginning, it was hard for me to accept, but now I love it because we're all one big happy family. It's not like a sister wives, it's just Annette is involved in everything we do. Parties, you know, she'd come out and for her birthday, we'd have cake and ice cream for her. If you're wondering why I'm walking all over the place, guys, it's because I'm looking for mole holes. They've been popping up all over the place. Now I had one right over here, down here somewhere. It's right here. Oop. I'll show you what I did. It was a huge hole, huge. Here it is. Yeah, I found it right away. Huge fucking mole hole where I cleaned it out. I don't know if you can see it. Let me flip it around. Right here. That spot there. Right here. It's concrete now. It's right there. I had to fill it with concrete because there was a mole hole there the size of a fucking softball. And every time I filled it in with dirt, the next day it would be bigger. So that went on for about a week. And so I plugged it up with concrete and there it'd be. I don't know what the hell was down there. Probably a fucking skunk or something. What lives in a den? I know mice will tunnel down, but that would be a big mouse. And I know there's no rats around here. So anyways, guys, I'm Davey Z. I just felt like making a short, quick video because I haven't been on lately with anything interesting. My life's boring right now. Well, I shouldn't say that. You know, now that I'm not in the band anymore and I've taken some time off, I find I have free time. I'm getting a lot of shit done around my house. Whoop. It's not another cigarette, it's the same one that went out. I'm getting a lot of things done around my house. I'm keeping the wife happy. A lot of remodeling going on. A lot of changes in my life that I've made since my sister passed away. You know, that was a shock. That was a big shock when she died, and that really sent me into overdrive with my life. I don't know if you ever lost a sibling, but I felt like a part of me left. My sisters and I are very close. We have our differences, disbeliefs, and you know, we believe one way and this one believes another way, but push comes to shove, just like the song says, we are family. And when it comes down to it, that's what we do. We take care of business. And my sisters mean the world to me. Oh my God. Evie and Lisa is all I have left now, and I mean, I still got Kathy in my heart, but she's with the Lord now, and it's just weird. It's hard I guess it's hard to accept. You know, I'm used to her not being around me because she's been in Phoenix for 40 years. But just knowing I can't pick up the phone and call her anymore, well, what I do now is I just talk to her openly wherever I'm at, and I know she hears me because she's by my side forever till I get there. But you know, it's just weird, man. It's you don't think of these things through your life. You don't, you know, everybody knows we're all going to die someday. But when someone dies, it's like, wow. You know, you almost forget that you're going to die when you're alive. When you're living your life, I don't know how many people do, but you know, it's not good either. It's not mentally healthy because if you dwell on death, you'll drive yourself fucking crazy. Crazy. I've done it. There was years ago where I had anxiety issues over it, where I would have panic attacks and, you know, have to go see a doctor, and they thought I was nuts when I was a kid because I was having them. But it was all over something stupid. I lived with my father when my mom and dad broke up back in '77. I was 15. And Dad was at work, and I was laying on the couch. I was in a reclining chair at my father's, watching The Jeffersons. George Jefferson, Wheezy, and love that show. I watch it to this day in syndication. But anyways, I was watching an episode of The Jeffersons, and George was doing a eulogy for someone that owed him $40. And through the whole eulogy, in his mind, you could hear him say, man, you got my $40, man. My $40, my $40. Anyways, at that point, I had a spiritual awakening when he was talking about this guy that passed. That is the moment in my life where I realized in my heart that someday I was going to die. And I freaked right out. I had a panic attack like I can't tell you. I couldn't breathe. You know, it was just a bad panic attack. But, you know, I kept it to myself. I didn't tell anybody at first, and it was affecting me at school. I mean, that went on for a good year or so. It got so bad where the medicine they gave me for it, I had to use the elevator at school because it would get me all dizzy and high and shit. But in hindsight, I outgrew it, and you know, as you get older, you realize death is part of life, and I'm not afraid to die. I just don't want to leave people behind. But I'm definitely not afraid to go. I ain't ready, but I'm not afraid. I love the Lord, and I've made peace with the Lord, and He has with me, and we're close, and you know, that's my belief. Everybody's got their own right to believe what they want, but that's my belief. And you know, anyhow, I was getting off track there. I'm gonna let you go. This video is getting a little too long for me. I got some shit to do. But listen, guys, I love y'all. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this video somewhat. I got some good ones coming up. You know, in January, I'm getting a flyer, and I'll be able to fly finally and take some video while I'm up there. And I'm gonna try to vlog after a while. You know, while I'm up there. I'm not gonna do it right away because I want to learn to fly first, the right way, the safe way, and then I'll probably do like you do, Jerry, you know, take a camera up with my headset on and do some vlogging or crying because I'm scared. No, I can't wait. Anyways, guys, have a great week. Enjoy your weekend coming up, and go Bills. I'll see you. I love you. Say no to hate and racism. I'm Dean.